What's going on, everyone? This is Don with the Physics Instructional Resource Team, and I've got a demonstration for you here today called the penny and feather demo. Now, we know from physics class that gravity affects all objects the same way. That is, they all accelerate towards the center of Earth at roughly 9.8 meters per second squared. And we know this to be true, but if we were to drop two different objects like a piece of paper and a tennis ball from roughly the same height at roughly the same time, which one will hit the ground first? If I do it, the tennis ball hits the ground way before the paper does. And the reason for that is because depending on the geometry of an object, it has to push air molecules out of its path in different ways at different rates. And so the paper has to push a lot more air out because of the way it's shaped, and therefore it will fall slower. Now, this device here is just an acrylic tube, and at the bottom here, I've got a penny and a feather, two different geometries. And if I rotate this thing is free to rotate, I can do it really quickly, and they will fall from the top at roughly the same time, roughly the same height, and we should see that one will hit the ground before the other. Penny, and then the feather, like a second later. I'll do it one more time. So I have this tube connected to a pressure gauge and a vacuum pump. And what that vacuum pump can do is take all of the air out of the equation. And so I'm going to turn this on. And you can actually see on the pressure gauge that pressure is going up, and that's because there's a lot of air trying to get back into this thing. We're not letting it do that. And so when it's just about 30 inches of hydrogen, turn it off, lock the valve so air can't get back in. And now what should happen when I do that same experiment again? You see they actually hit the ground at roughly the same time. There's no more air stopping the feather from falling due to gravity to its full effect. And so now hopefully I've convinced you that air resistance is the reason that objects on Earth fall slower or faster than other objects, but because of gravity, they're actually all feeling the same exact force.